Hi all, welcome to the channel. I hope all of you are doing extremely well. So today in this video, we will discuss the interview questions for Morgan Stanley. Morgan Stanley is one of the leading investment banks globally, and in terms of market capitalization, it comes right after JP Morgan. So it is one of the good company to work for in terms of work-life balance and in terms of remuneration also, because over the course of all these interviews I'm putting on this channel, this was the first company which gave me package of more than 30 plus lakhs. Okay, so it is a good company in all sense. It has a good brand name. In India, they have their development centers in Pune, Mumbai, and in Bangalore. Okay, so this interview was done for the role of senior Java developer for more than 8 years of experience. Okay, so we will see all the interview questions for this interview. Before moving on, I humbly request you to kindly subscribe to my channel. Okay, because as per the analytics, 90% viewers does not subscribe to the channel. Guys, please don't do this because for you it will take just 1 second, but for me it is a big motivation. Okay, and in this series I will be putting around 15 interview experiences with you all, which I gave, and I got a very good package after giving all these interviews. Okay, so if you follow all these 15 interviews with me in this series and you prepare the answers of these questions, then definitely you will also be getting the good package, because this is the common set of questions which they will ask you in all the interviews, right? So kindly subscribe to my channel, and I will be very thankful to you. Okay, so let's move to the first slide. Okay, so initially he asked me like a few coding questions. So the first question was this: he gave me a string. Okay, you can treat this as a source string, and then he gave me a substring like ABC, and then he asked me to write a code to count in this string. Okay, like how many times ABC occurs in this particular string. So as you can see, right, ABC occurs in this string 4 times. So we need to code a function which takes the input of string and substrings and returns integer value which contains the count of substring in this source string. Okay, so guys, you can do this question in 2 or 3 ways, because we will not be discussing solutions here because it will increase the length of the video. If any one of you want solution for this problem, then you can write in the comments down below. I will give the solution code there, but I want you to try from your own. You can do this in a 2 ways. Using the normal Java, you can write a logic to C for ABC, or you can also use the Java regex library to solve this question in more easy way. Okay, so you can do in both ways. Okay, so it's that's all about this question. And then the next question was this: deduce departure and destination from tickets. Okay, so what he asked me, like suppose you are having all these tickets with you: Mumbai, Hyderabad, Goa, Chennai, Delhi, Mumbai, Hyderabad, Goa. Okay, then he asked me like, tell me the departure and your destination station. Okay, and you have to use all your four tickets. You have to use all your four tickets in such a way. You need to tell the departure and destination. Okay, so and this BDAC, this thing can be in any order. Only condition is you have to use all your four tickets, right? So if you closely see, if I start from Delhi, okay, so Delhi I can reach Mumbai, and then from Mumbai I can reach Hyderabad, and from Hyderabad I can reach Goa, and from Goa I can reach Chennai. Okay, so the answer to this problem is departure station is Delhi, right? And destination station final is Goa. Okay, and these tickets can be in any order. Okay, so then I asked him like how to represent this problem. Then he told me like you can treat this Mumbai, Hyderabad and this arrow as a string, and then you can process. Okay, so after that I wrote the code for this problem because using some split variables and checking some kind of that logic. Okay, so again you can try for this problem and definitely you will be able to solve it. In case you don't, please mention in the comments. I will write, I will give you the code for this problem also. And let us move to the next slide. Okay, so this was the third coding question that he gave to me. Like, given an array, find all elements in output which are greater than all other elements to its right. Okay, so what he was to trying to say here is, suppose you have this array with you. Okay, so you have this array with you. Mm, okay, so this is your input, this array. This is your input. And in the output, you need to show the elements which are greater than all other elements towards its right. Okay, so if I see 17, see 17 is greater than all other elements towards its right. So in the output, 17 will be there. 5, 5 is not greater than all other elements towards its right because it is smaller than 13, it is smaller than 8, right? 13, 13 is again not will be in the output because it is smaller than 16, right? 6, 8, 8 will also not be there in the output because it is smaller than 16. 16 will be in the output because it is greater than 1 and 2. I hope you are getting this question. And again 1 will not be there in the output because it is smaller than 2, and 2 will be there in the output because it is greater than nothing, right? Because nothing is here. So this will be my final output. Okay, so again he was looking for a efficient solution because if you say in the brute force way, what you can do, you can start traversing this array from here, and then you can compare 17 with all the other elements towards its right. Okay, and then you can take the decision whether to include 17 in the output or not. And then again you will do this for 5. But what will happen using this brute force approach, your time complexity will be O of n square. Okay, which he was not looking for. He was asking me to solve in such a smart way so that you can solve this problem in O of n time complexity. Okay guys, so you can pause this video here, you can think about it like how it can be solved in O of n time. But I will give you a hint here because what is the trick here is you need to start scanning from this side. Okay, so then you can solve it easily. Like see, 2 is greater than all the elements towards it, right? So 2 will be there in the output, and then you can define a variable called max value. Okay, so max value now is 2, right? I will write here max value now value is 2. Then you will come to this element 1. Is 1 greater than max element? No. So 1 will not be there in the output. 16. Is 16 greater than max value 2? Yes. So 16 will come in the output. Now you will update the value of max value to 16. Again 8. 8 greater than max value? No. So again you will not do anything. 13. 13. Is 13 greater than max value? No. So again 13 will not be there in the output. Is 5 greater than Maxwell, which is 16? No. So again 5 will not be there in the output. 17. Is 17 greater than Maxwell 16? Yes. So again 17 will be there in the output. So again by using this way, you can solve this problem in O of n time with a single traversal of this array list. Okay guys. So after this question, he asked me this question like how to delete middle element of a linked list. Then I asked him whether I know the size of a linked list or not. Then he told me definitely you don't know the size of a linked list. Okay, so uh, because again for this solution, the brute force approach will be first of all in one traversal, you will traverse a complete linked list. Okay, in one traversal. So in O of n time, you will traverse the list to know the size. And once you know the size, then you will come to know the middle element of that linked list, right? Which is the middle element. Then again in O of n time, you can traverse to that element and delete that element. Okay. So you can, using brute force approach, you can solve this problem in order of 2n time. Means two traversals are required for you. Okay. But he was asking me to do this in a single traversal. So again, it is a bit tricky question. You can pause this video here. You can think about it, and then you can tell me. If you are not able to find the solution, then I will write in the comment section like how to solve this. But I want you to try on your own, so that in the real scenario, when interviewer will ask you this question, you should have this that kind of thinking capability, right? And again, just to give the hint here, the solution can be done by using the two pointer technique. Means rather than traversing with a single pointer, you have to use two pointers here. One will traverse single node and another one will travel by two nodes at a time. Okay, so this is the hint. If you want to solve, then you can write in the comment the solution. And after doing all these coding questions, he moved to these trivia based questions in Java to check the basic knowledge I have in Java or not. Like, can we overload, override static method in Java? So again, we can overload the static methods, okay, but we cannot override the static method. And the next question was like, suppose you have two double variables like d1 and d2, can be used dot equals operator to compare them, like this d1 dot equals d2. This was the question. So again, it cannot be done because in Java, the comparison between double and float is not that much easy as it seems to be, because double variable does not store the actual value. They store the value to some precision, and it is little bit tricky. So you can Google about this, and then you will come to know if you are not already knowing about it, right? So guys, again, let us move to the next slide. Okay, so the after this he asked me this question like, is it okay to call abstract method from constructor in Java? So again, guys, these are like basically trivia based questions. Okay, so I'm not a big fan of them. Okay, but anyway, he asked me this question, and these all questions will test your basic constructive knowledge of Java. Okay, and as I mentioned before also in the starting of this video, there is a limited set of these kind of questions. If you go through all the 15 videos that I will put in this series, then 95% of interviews you can easily clear, right? So just go through these videos and subscribe to my channel. And the next question was like, when to use soap over rest. So again, guys, you might know like, there are two kind of web services available, soap and rest. These days, rest web services is selling like a hot cake, but still at many places we are still using soap. So the basically the interviewer was asking like, in which kind of scenario we can use the soap web service over rest. And the next question was like, how to do service call in asynchronous way. So guys, with calling a service from in a synchronous way has its own problem. Okay, because many times the processing takes a lot of time, and then your thread will still wait for the response to come. Okay, so he was asking me like, how you can do this in a asynchronous way, means how one microservice will call another microservice. So again, I gave him the answer like, after the arrival of Spring version 5.0, they have introduced this thing called web client, and with the web client, okay, you can do the service call both in a synchronous way and in the asynchronous way. So it is a very exciting and hot topic in Spring Boot right now, web clients. So I advise each one of you to go through the uses of web client, right? So, and after that, he moves towards this question like, if you are writing JUnits, then you might have seen these two syntax: do return, and then you will write some value, when, then you will give the condition. And this syntax also, like when some condition, then return this. So he was asking me like, what is the basic difference among them? So guys, again, I even for me, I was using these syntaxes. I have seen these syntaxes: do return, when, then, but I was not knowing like what was the actual difference among them. So again, you can have a look at it, this question also. Like and the next question was like, how to do JUnit for void method? Because again, void method does not return anything, okay? And you have a big void method which contains suppose 100 lines of code, and then you need to cover this for your sonar queue to get passed. So again, what is the best way to write a JUnit for void method, because it is not returning anything? And then he came to this question, like this was the last question, like what is the adapter design pattern? So guys, again, you can discuss this and you can look for the solution. Adapter design pattern. Okay, and apart from adapter, another hot interview based design pattern that they are asking a lot in these days is observer design pattern. Okay, so I ask each one of you to prepare these two design patterns very well, because what happens is, if you want to cover, then mostly people will read singleton design pattern, uh, factory design pattern, abstract factory design pattern. Okay, so most of the candidates prepare for these design patterns, and the interviewer also knows this. So definitely, just to give a googly, he will ask you adapter or observer, because these are the new favorites of the interviewers, right? So that's all about this video, guys. If you like this video, if you want to motivate me, if you want to support me, okay, then please subscribe to my channel. Again, it will not take you more than a second, and because I just want to reach 1K subscribers soon. Okay guys, so for this I need your support. And even if you like this video, then you can comment down below, because it will reach the engagement. If engagement is more, then YouTube will show this video to the more people. And even if you dislike this video, then also you can comment like what improvement I can do here, right? And what kind of content or what you want to see from me, right? And if you are looking for any kind of guidance, okay, then you can write a mail to me on the official mail ID of this channel, and I will definitely help you with the roadmap, right? Because I have around 8 years of experience. If you're looking for if you are looking for some kind of help or guidance, because I never got any kind of guidance in my career. Whatever I have learned is from my own experiences, okay? And but now I think that if at when I was 2 year or 3 years of experience, if someone have suggested me this, then I would have been to some other place. Okay, so if you are looking for any kind of guidance in your career, or you think you are lost, then you can contact me via the over this email. Okay guys, so thank you for giving your precious times for me. I will see you in the next one. Thanks guys.